Hello and welcome back to Combat Mission Red Thunder, the new module Fire and Rubble, and we are playing a campaign, and this will be the next installment, so to speak, of the Band of Comrades series. That's what I called the original campaign video series that I did for the base game, and this is basically the sequel to that, I guess, because it's a Russian campaign. It's called To Berlin, and it will take us right to the end of the war. So that's going to be quite cool. So in the first Band of Comrades series, we played as a Guards Rifle division, I think, or some regiment of that division. And now this time we're actually part of the tanking forces. Namely, we are part of the 219th Tank Brigade, or I think we are the complete 219th Tank Brigade, maybe. Part of the 1st Mechanized Corps, which in itself is part of the 2nd Guards Tank Army. And apparently there's three kind of acts to this campaign. The first one is Poland, 1945 in the winter. Then we will enter Germany in a second act, and then the third act is Berlin. And I guess we will maybe end the campaign in front of the Reichstag, or at least close to it. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Let's look at our forces. And here we are in the first scenario. It's the 17th of January 1945. Early in the morning. Well, not early. 9:05, I guess. And our forces are the 219th Tank Brigade, which are mostly equipped with M-char tanks, which is what the Russians called M4 Shermans. We also have an assault company attached with it, which is obviously infantry. And we have some artillery in support, 82mm and 152mm. Interesting. So, what are we supposed to do? Mission. The M4 tanks of the 219th Tank Brigade. The M4 tanks of the 219th Tank Brigade are one of the vanguards at the forefront of the 2nd Guards Tank Corps. I thought 2nd Guards Tank Army. I thought we were 1st Mechanized Corps, and maybe I misunderstood. But because Army would be the bigger than that. Advance your forces over the Jura River in the direction of the town of Vienchek. Clear any enemy from the objectives where they are found. The breakout from Poland has begun. So pretty clear or simple objective. We cross the river and kill the Germans. The Jura River has been frozen over the past few bitter days, but now ice flows that have gathered into a solid mass allow for heavy vehicle crossings at the ruined bridge. Interesting. The desire from 2nd Guards headquarters for a foothold over the river means that we must take action before the weather improves further and deprives us of this chance. Okay, so the river is passable but not for long. There are a bunch of occupy objectives, Saint Ottilia being the most valuable. Probably some kind of church. Enemy forces, now it's getting interesting. An aerial reconnaissance has been done of the area 2 days ago. Heavy 88mm flak was encountered, oh that's not great, which is interpreted as being 1 or 2 guns. A single vehicle track has been revealed near the built-up area. Okay, maybe an assault gun. There are no obvious trenches or dug-in positions revealed in the photographs, but the area has wooded features that may conceal the enemy positions. Assorted enemy formations on our side of the river have provided tongues, yeah, that's what they call prisoners. It seems a defensive line is being formed further back. Okay, so the Germans are there to delay us, so they might actually retreat at some point. Disorganization seems the rule, but resistance can quickly form in these situations, so unhinge the door, then kick it from the frame. Gotta say this much, Mechanized Corps usually did not kick the door from the frame. It was there to, usually if you found enemy resistance as a Mechanized Corps, you would, if you couldn't immediately brush them aside, you would basically outmaneuver them and let the follow-on forces get them. That's usually how Soviet offensives worked. Okay, now here we go. This is the most important objective, Saint Ottila, and the symbol for the flag is directly next to it. I'm guessing there will be kind of scattered German resistance through these objectives, and then maybe a big strong point around the church. And But yeah, let's look at the whole thing in 3D. Okay, here we go. So it looks like we have one intact bridge here, which might be mined or covered. I mean, it's probably covered, right? And then this is where the river... Okay, there's the destroyed bridge here, and apparently ice has kind of accumulated around the destroyed bridge. I think this is probably where we should... Oh, apparently a vehicle fell in as well. This is probably where we should cross, because it's wider, there's more cover. You have a nice overwatch position here. Saint Ottila over here. Our main objective is, as I expected, a church. Let's take a look at our forces. Okay, I marked my forces in orange. This is all part of the 219th Tank Brigade. And they are mostly equipped with Sherman tanks, with obviously assault infantry mounted on it. Or on them, rather. As you can see here, the assault infantry is, I think, Tanko-Desantniki infantry. Yeah, so they are only equipped with SMGs. They don't have light machine guns like a submachine gun company would have. So that's kind of annoying. The company, Platoon HQ always has a marksman's rifle for long range, but that's not much. You know my view on these. So yeah, mostly Sherman tanks, 75mm guns only, which is kind of weird. I was always under the impression that they switched in large parts to the 76mm gun, but okay. By 1945, I mean. We also have BA-64 armored cars, which will probably not survive long. I will scout the crossings with these and hope they survive. I also have some T-34s here, the 85 model. Again, I have the infantry on there. In fact, I cannot actually move these guys in deployment. They are fixed like this. There's an artillery observer here. Now, I'm pretty sure it says 18 later here. I think that means that it takes 18 minutes to call in this artillery. For the mortar, it's 6 minutes. Now, the mortars, that means we can use the mortars as like a reaction force. The big guns we will call in pre-planned, like in Gravity Team Tactics. Sadly, we can only have other, in Gravity Team Tactics you can put down a complete fire plan. This is not the case here. So I have more Shermans from 219th Brigade here, but no infantry on them, which is a bit weird. So these, I might actually leave these as a kind of reserve. Is this another crossing? It looks like it could be, but no. Let's see if there's some kind of fort. Sometimes map creators put in like a sneaky way. Aha! Okay, so there's another fort here. Let's say we crossed here. We could get to Vienczek. There's relatively much cover here. From where I believe the main round of, or the main area of German resistance is. Yeah, too bad I can't move around my troops right now, because I would like to move the infantry over here, drive them around here, and check out this additional crossing. There might be another one here. That looks odd. It's probably supposed to be like a piece of ice that broke off. Yeah. Let's be extra careful. I think you can cross here as well. I think, looking at it, I said this would be the best crossing before. But you actually have more cover here, for infantry especially, while this seems pretty open. So I kind of want to move this, I will keep these in reserve, move this grouping through here, cross over here, and this grouping will drive over here and go through the center. And after we got Vienczek, again, what is it called? Vienczek, okay, Vienczek, whatever. Once we got that, we can improvise from there. And the 152, I will just give a really long and slow fire mission in this area, just to keep their heads down, maybe take out an 88mm gun, that would be nice. So yeah, that's my rough plan, I will set it up now. So, Berlin. BA-64s will drive first, although not far. I'm going through the Polish countryside here. 82mm mortar preparation at the bridge. Very short one, to be honest. I chose this to go off-road here, but to be honest it doesn't come under fire so far. Let's switch off the objectives, don't need them for now. Okay, that was the artillery preparation. We will cross the bridge with the BA-64. If it doesn't come under fire, we will push the tanks across as well. One platoon worth of tanks with SMG infantry. I don't have a lot of time in this scenario, so I think it's good to you know, to rush a little bit. That's my heavy artillery. It will just fire relatively slowly in that area. They are hoping to annoy the Germans a bit. No contact so far here. Time to scout that secret fort. That seems like a good covered route. Here comes the main combat force. With the Sherman tanks. These are in reserve obviously. And the T-34s are moving to the secret crossing site. Turns out I made a mistake. You can't actually cross here with vehicles, only with infantry. So we will drop off the infantry here and have the vehicles in overwatch. And oh, I just heard something. Okay, we made contact here. Yeah, get out of there quickly. Yeah, that's of course the drawback of the whole tank riding thing. The first time you make contact, you will probably get a bunch of casualties. Catastrophic. I saw, I think, 3 guys going down. Okay, there's the Germans in the chapel. Need to clear this traffic jam ASAP. Some in these buildings as well. These have also made contact. And these will go for a very, very cold start. Okay, we have the infantry in position. Let's root out the Jerries. Probably we should also put a few AG shells into that church tower, because, I mean, come on. I want to get them out of that chapel. Going off in the distance. Nice. Okay, we need to get through this fast, remount on the tanks, and then I guess get back on the road. I'd hoped that this was open, but shit, that pinned down my tank rider squad there. And we need to blow that up. Yeah, that should give us some peace and quiet here. There's dead or wounded Germans in there as well. Time is really kind of short in this one. I won't be able to get all of the objectives, but just, let's say I take this one and these two here at the road, then I'm already pretty good, I would say. I heard some German voices there. Yep, they're shooting from over there. That should be that. There was the tank hunter building. I really don't have a lot of time. The third is almost through actually. And we still have to clear this whole build-up area, although I don't think there's actually many Germans in here. Our infantry across the river has spotted a tank, which is probably the one mentioned by the tracks in the briefing. You can hear our artillery still landing there. I don't know if they hit anything yet. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah. Other than that, we're clearing all of this. We're looking into the chapel. I think anything that was in there is dead now or ran away. We're really gonna concentrate on this area next. That That actually looked like it hit close to the tank. Yeah, lots of dead Germans, yeah. Next house we need to check is this one. There was a contact in there that hasn't shot in a while. And over there. Over here we are giving buddy aid, but I think they're actually gonna finish. Oh yeah, they're finished now. Over here, because this area seems to be clear, I will actually cross the broken bridge here, because I actually managed to push my BA-64 all the way up to here without attracting any anti-tank fire. And at some point from here I might actually be able to flank that tank, or rather, now that I know it's behind here, this looks like I could knock it down with a bunch of 75mm and then engage the tank. Now if it's a Tiger tank or something, I would be screwed, but I think it's probably a Stock. Something like that. That's at least the most, like, likely option, just numerically. Go! I think I heard a machine gun. We spotted a machine gun over there. And a gun there, an anti-tank gun. Crap. That's probably a heavy machine gun. Okay, so machine gun nest in the mill. That guy is trying to snipe him, I guess. Whoa! Did we spot it? Okay, that's the 88 that was mentioned in the briefing. Okay, let's see what we can do about that. Told these guys to hide. For some reason, the 88 spotted my infantry first, even though there are actually tanks that can see it. So we're just gonna bombard this area as much as possible. So we can maybe silence this gun. Well, that was better. That was better. And after that we need to bombard the mill and get the Nazis out of there. I don't think... Whoa! Ha ha ha! I was about to say, I don't think we will be able to destroy this quickly, but yeah. Well... So where's your fancy 88 now? Next up, the Stuck. No, for the Stuck I really will try to shoot down this building and then get to the Stuck. Oh, by the way, I did spot it as a Stuck. I just don't have that on video, but we could see it for a few seconds and it is a Stuck. Guess you can keep sniping again. Gets rid of the German position in the mill, because that's actually an objective as well. So kind of what I want to do now, get rid of the Stuck, load up the infantry on my tanks, except those that we will keep in overwatch over at the tree line. I will explain this in more detail next video. And then we rush over here to the mill, and from here we clear the thing here. But for that to work, I want to get rid of the Stuck, and for that I need to get rid of this wooden building, for obvious reasons. I think the Germans in the village are cleared out for now. I haven't heard any fighting here for a while. Alright, here comes the Soviet remodeling crew. Be helpful if one of those big rounds hit the Stuck. I think it's clear here. Look at all those dead Nazis. Should be fine. Oh, you know, that 155mm hit I could have used a bit earlier because that was really close to the gun actually. So yeah, I think the second phase is about to begin, but of course the video is about to end. Hope you enjoyed it as always, thanks for watching and have a nice day.